Oh, hello friends. I'm Chevee. Welcome to the shed. How was your day today? How was today? Please go to the comments down below and tell me. For the first time ever, this show was rehearsed, and by not on purpose. I just sat down here and recorded 10 minutes of footage, and when I got upstairs, I thought the camera had already been turned off, and apparently it wasn't, and I pulled the memory card out, and it's all gone. So I have to re-record and drink more coffee. Hey! So, this stuff I just opened 10 minutes ago. I don't get to open it again on camera. No big deal. This is just stuff that I picked up for the weekend's project. But let's get to that in a second. I want to tell you, I know a lot of you are brand new. A lot of you found me just this week because of the time capsule thing. So welcome to the Friday show. The Friday has always been an attempt to build more of a cohesive community here on the channel by focusing the Friday show on your content, whatever it is that you want. Whether you want to share content with me via email or Twitter or voicemail, all of those options are available to you so that you can share stories, pictures, videos, news articles, whatever it is you want me to talk about or show on the show. You send that stuff to me and I put it up. It's also been the time that I've done question and answers. I've had success with that in the past, with people asking a lot of questions. I kind of stopped doing it because the questions were just the same over and over and over again, because people didn't know me as well then as they do now. This is almost 6 months we've been doing this. Or no, it's been over 6 months. It's almost 9 months we've been doing this. This is the 160th episode. Anyway, 8 months then. So, this is Friday. The idea is you can submit anything you want, like I just said. You can call the call-in line. You can send me links to web pages, whatever you want to share. We share it. And packages are a thing. This wall, people have asked me about a few things, especially this Packers sticker. I think I'm pointing at it. I can't really tell. This was all stuff that was submitted by friends like you and hung on the wall. So that's an option that's available to you if you want to send something for me to hang up. It can be personal. It can be business related. It can be an advertisement. I don't care. So this is Friday. Welcome to Friday. This is your show. I'm trying to give back by focusing on what you want to focus on. Before we get to that, this is just some stuff. This is the last little bit before the big weekend project I've been teasing all week. There's one thing missing, and that is an eBay item. The switches that I opened yesterday, I ordered 2 sets and I only got 1. It's not a big deal for the project. It just means I wanted 10 switches. I have 5, so it's going to be half of what I wanted it to be. But I can always build it so that I can add the switches later whenever I get them. In fact, I had to go look. My first purchase on eBay was made in 1996. And never had an issue, not once. Hundreds of orders. So the last little bit is stuff I got from Amazon. This is a package of 530 pieces of shrink tubing in like every gauge possible. This is an amazing little item that's like $7 or $8, and I like to get this whenever I run out. Like if I run out of one, I order the thing because it's almost as cheap as buying an individual package at a local store. So I'll put links to this, all of this stuff in the video when I build. I'll put links to this specifically down below. Don't forget, if you click on one of my Amazon links, I get paid a little bit. So it's a good way to support the show. Some 0.31 solder. We always need solder. Helping hands. I've never used helping hands, but I needed them for this project. So this is like a piece of crap $8 helping hands that will probably not work, but it was $8. I say that like it's easy to just throw $8 away. And then I purchased this like micro, tiny little heat gun because I'm tired of using a big heat gun or a lighter for little tiny shrink tubing. So we're going to give this a go. So the thing I want to know from you is, a lot of you have enjoyed my build videos in the past. This is going to be kind of 2 different builds put together. One's woodworking, one is electronics. I could split it into 2 videos. There's more than enough content for that, but I don't know if that's what people want. Let me know in the comments below. Do you want to see one big video or one little video? Not sure. So, okay. business out of the way. Let's get to the fun stuff. That's your questions, your packages, whatever it might be. First question that I got was from Michael Nallen. I'm going to say Nallen. Michael said, if you have one, who was your role model growing up? I didn't really have one, is my answer. And that would be because I was a pretty lonely child. There was no children in my neighborhood. It was all retirees. My dad was a school teacher and worked a lot. My mom worked evenings a lot. We were not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination, so we didn't have multitudes of TVs in the house. The TVs that we did have were controlled by mom and dad. They were like dial style back in the day before remotes. So if I ever watched TV, which I rarely did, it was something that my parents would watch. So MacGyver and football and Murder, She Wrote, Golden Girls, that sort of stuff. So I've always identified with MacGyver. I always thought that that was what I wanted to grow up to be, was just like this jack of all trades who could fix and do whatever. So if my answer can be a fictional character, it would be that. Squid Bucket Gaming says, what were your hobbies as a kid? I had a million of them, but similarly to today, making has always been my favorite thing to do, whether it be Legos or with wood and steel. As a child, I made tons of tree houses. I made go-karts. I made bird houses and doll chairs and stuff like that for my mom. Always made stuff. The go-karts, I'd make these wooden frames and take lawnmower wheels and bolt them on. We lived on this big hill, so I'd walk them to the top and ride down. Always made stuff. Fishing was a big one. And then when I was like around 9, I discovered computer programming, and that became everything in my life for the next 9 years or so. It became a job in the Marine Corps, and I lost all of my passion for it, and I've only just recently begun to get my passion back for programming. So, and games, of course, but I didn't have consoles growing up. My parents couldn't afford it, so I had an Atari that I loved. So gaming, making, programming, and learning. Learning is my favorite hobby. I love to learn. I try to learn something new every single day. All right.
What's this? A letter for me.
This is kind of cheating. This did come from one of you. This is a package from a friend of the show. Not just a personal friend, a friend of the show. I do know the person, and he is a person of great power who has the ability to bestow this on me. And I was kind of cheating because I asked for this. It wasn't something it wasn't an unsolicited package. So I asked for it, he fulfilled my dream, and here it is. And the first time I opened it, I actually got a little teary-eyed. Strange. This person is of great power and influence, one of the most powerful men in the world. He is the creator, the owner, the chief of BoardGameGeek.com. And at Gen Con, I asked him what I had to do to get one of these sweet, sweet jerseys. Look at that. It says me and my number. One of these sweet, sweet Board Game Geek jerseys. He said, I would love for you to have one, but if you put it on, then you're immediately a representative of BoardGameGeek.com. And that's kind of weird. And I said, I won't put it on. I'm just going to hang it on the wall. So we got to build a case for this eventually. I'm going to hang it up somehow and make sure that it's shown off. And I'll probably take it down and put it on sometime. In fact, I'm going to put it on right now because it's too amazing not to wear at least 100 times in my life. This is phenomenal. Thank you so much, Scott. Your website is amazing. Your website has spurred the American interest in board gaming, and I think I can say that without a doubt. If it wasn't for BoardGameGeek.com, I don't think board gaming would be what it is today in America. So thank you so much. This is an amazing, it just feels great. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for being here as always. Please continue to submit questions, content ideas, whether it's news articles or journals, or whether you want me to try an experiment or teach you something. That it's all valid. You can send it here in the comments. My Twitter, my Instagram, those are one and the same basically, at Chevee Dodd. Pretty much I'm Chevee Dodd on any social media platform. My email is always open to anything that you want to submit for me to show here on the show. and the call-in line. Call in, leave a message, and we can have a little bit more fun. Thank you, as always. I will see you next time.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from English.stackexchange.com. Why do you have to say bless you when someone sneezes? Some people believed that a sneeze causes the soul to escape the body through the nose. Saying bless you would stop the devil from claiming your freed soul. Others believe the opposite, that evil spirits use the sneeze as an opportunity to enter a person's body. I've always heard that it was because your heart stops beating for a second. You tell me.